Hey everyone, Saintsfan, I'm back again with another GTA 5 video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Nero and the Nero Custom and show you guys some things you should know before you buy either of them, because there are some differences and there's some things that you may not like if you buy the Nero and then make it a custom and vice versa. So hopefully this video helps you out. If it does, please drop a like on it, that'd be amazing. And if you could subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on any other awesome GTA content. Now, this car, I talked about it in a little bit in my first video. It's actually under Benny's website if you're like looking to find it. So you had to come here and you had to buy it for $1.4 million. If we get in, the upgrade price is only $600,000. So it's not as expensive as the LG to upgrade, but it makes up for that because you had to pay $1.4 million to just own the car. But there are some noticeable differences between this and the Nero Custom. Before we actually do upgrade it, I'll show you guys the customization really quick. So there are some bumper customization options. We have a few exhaust options which look awesome. The exhaust in this car looks amazing. Rockstar really like sort of nailed it out the park with this car. The hood options we have here, just a few. We have two different skirt options. You can see the primary or the secondary and the carbon. And I believe that's it for the base model. There's not too much to do on it, but honestly, just stock, like just as is, this car looks amazing. I love the look of it. One thing really quickly to let you guys know about, because it's something that you might have encountered in the past, but if you go to your horn, this works on any car. I'm just going to demonstrate it here on the Adder, or not the Adder, the Nero. There's 3 festive horns, and they're all free. Now, on January 9th, that is the date that all this festive stuff that is free, that's the date that it's all going away. Rockstar are going to be taking it out the game. But what's kind of funny is that if you equip any of these on any car, you can actually use those horns, those festive horns, in races. I don't know why that happens, but they only show up in races. Like, the horn will not work in free roam after the 9th of January, but in races, it will work year-round. So if you want to have a unique horn for racing, then you might want to go ahead and equip these, and it doesn't hurt that they're free. As for the respray option on this car, we actually have a trim color, which is pretty cool. So the matte, or the one that's changing now, obviously is the primary color. Then for the secondary color, we have the one on the back changing. And then for the trim color, this is the interior, and that is obviously what's changing now. So we got a bunch of different options. And on top of all of that, you can actually change the stock rim color. I love these stock rims, but you can't change the color when you go here. It says, sorry, your vehicle must have custom wheels, but you can actually do that. And I believe you don't need to use the iFruit method. If you don't have the app on your phone and you don't want to do that, you think that's like too much, then there's a way you can do it in game. I haven't tried it. I'll try it like live with you guys in a second here. I'm going to try it on the Nero Custom, but that is the Nero. Looks great. I didn't actually show you guys. This is the interior. It's nice and clean. It's probably one of the most detailed interiors they've actually released. And you can see, I mean, the steering wheel, the doors, well, you can't really see the speedometer and all that stuff because of the steering wheel. But overall, this car, I'm surprised it didn't cost more, to be honest. $1.4 million, that's only $400,000 more than the regular Adder. And in terms of performance, it is up there with the best. I don't think it matches the best. It doesn't have the highest top speed. The 811 still has the highest top speed, but it's like number 2 or number 3. And then in terms of racing and lap times, I think it's 5th. So this is a pretty solid addition to the game. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and go to the Nero Custom. Actually, before we go there, I want to show you guys one other feature that you're only going to get on the Nero. And this is what you're going to want to know before you actually get a Nero Custom. So if we don't crash, and it might be a little hard to see at nighttime, but on the back, we have the spoiler that comes up as you go. And if we slow down, you can see it goes back into the car. If we go back up again, it comes out, hit the brakes, you know, you can see it moves. That spoiler only works on the Nero, so they kind of want you to buy 2 if you like that spoiler. That spoiler is amazing. There's only a few cars in the game that have it, and I'm sure that might be a deciding factor if you want to buy the Nero versus the Nero Custom. So that's everything with the Nero. Good interior, pretty good looking car, not much customization, but you do have some decent respray options, and then obviously the spoiler on the back. Now, if we go ahead and upgrade for that $605,000, you'll notice, unfortunately, it puts a giant spoiler on the back. There's a way you can actually remove it, though. The problem is, if you do remove it and you get no spoiler, you don't have that same spoiler that we just saw. You don't have the retractable one. So again, that's only limited to the Nero. I don't know if that'll affect your decision on getting the Nero Custom. Now, one thing that's cool about the Nero Custom, opposed to the regular Nero, is the primary color can actually change the wheel color. You can see as I scroll through, the wheel color actually changes, and that's really cool because, like I said, and I'll show that in a second, you can change the rim color. So not only can you change the wheel color surrounding the rim, but you can change the actual rim color. So you get a lot of customization on the custom version of this Nero. The respray and all that stuff is the same. You can see the back is the secondary, and then the trim will be the interior again. Now, to actually get no spoiler, to glitch it out, to have no spoiler on this custom version, what you can do is go to the spoiler section. I don't know if you have to buy a spoiler or not, but if it doesn't work, if it's equipped at the stock spoiler, then just go ahead and buy the carbon spoiler because that's the cheapest one. But once you have that done, then what we're going to do is just quickly switch between the top, the stock one, and the bottom one. So just hit up and down constantly on your D-pad, and what you'll see is it quickly switches through the two different spoilers, and eventually you will have no spoiler. From here, you can go ahead and equip it, and boom, there you go. You have the custom version of the Nero with no spoiler. And the reason that's good is because a lot of the spoilers that actually come with it are a little bit too crazy for some people. Some people don't like the spoilers. Some people just want it stock. So you can just leave it like that. And obviously, if you change anything, it will revert back to the regular spoiler, and you're going to have to do the glitch again. But that's a really great thing to know about the Nero Custom. It's unfortunate we can't revert it back to the retractable one, but at least you can get no spoiler on it. As for all the customization, I'll quickly run through all this. We have the bumpers, quickly changing them. We have the rear bumpers, going through them. You can see the bottom changing. We have bumper accessories, which I have no idea what this is. This is the part on the left and the right there. On the chassis, we have doors, so you can change the door color if you so choose. We have fenders, which you can remove the fenders if you don't like them. We have the engine block, which typical stuff. You can change the color here, secondary or carbon. Exhaust, kind of the same options from the regular Nero. Then for the grille, we have a few different options here. For the hood, we have hood accessories, which we'll go ahead and look at. The same stuff that we've seen on the LG and some of the other Benny's cars. And then the regular hood, you can go all carbon if you want to. For the interior, there's a bunch of stuff. You can change the actual interior if you want to make it a little bit more sporty. But I kind of like the stock interior. It just has a nice and simple feel to it. The regular doors or the custom doors, if you wanted to. The seats, I guess you could just make it more race-like if you wanted to. But we're going to keep most of this stuff stock. You have all the steering wheel options like normal. The light color, that changes the lights on the interior. And then the roll cage, as you can see, it puts a roll cage with a few different colors. Then for the lights themselves, well, you guys already know, we'll put xenon lights on. For the livery, I'll go through those at the end. It does have a roof option. You can make it all carbon like you can the hood. And then it does have the roof accessories. You can put a TRUFFADE sort of sun strip on the top. We've already gone through the spoilers, but just to show them off again, you can see some of them aren't too bad. Like these aren't too bad, but some of these other ones are just a little bit too much. So we're going to keep it with no spoiler. And then I believe that is actually it. You can do the same wheel thing, and I'll try that here in a second to see if it actually does work. But quickly going back to the liveries, we have quite a few. Some are just more racing-like than others. And then you got the Sprunk, the Junk, and then the two Jackals. So not, at least compared to the other Benny's cars, I feel like this one has the least amount of customization. But that's not like that bad because the car itself is beautiful looking. Now what we're going to attempt is the glitch to actually get the colored stock rims to change to a different color. I'm going to try and make them black, because I feel like black rims just go with anything. So what we're going to do is actually go down to wheels, go into wheel type. We're going to equip a sport rim. I don't think it matters which one. We're just going to pick Inferno because it's the cheapest. Then we're going to go ahead and paint it, which I said we're going to paint it black. Then what we're going to do is return or leave the LSC. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our office garage. Now we're going to go back into the custom shop once we get back down into our garage. And once we're back in the custom shop, we're going to go to wheels. We're going to go to wheel type. We're going to go to sport. And then we're going to choose stock wheels here. And while we're on the screen, I believe this is where it needs to be done. We're going to go ahead and restart our game. So I'm just going to leave GT Online, and then we're going to come back in. This should work. If you're on the consoles, then you might just need to leave or close your app and then, reopen it. But hopefully this does work. Like I said, I've never tried this before, so we're going to see if it does. And it looks like it actually did just work. So now we have black rims. We're going to go back up and modify it and see if we can tell a difference. I mean, obviously they're a lot darker, but this should work with any color. This is actually really cool. Now we can customize our cars. I believe this works with any car too, or any car that you can customize these stock rims. You don't need to use the iFruit app, but if we go to wheels and then we go to wheel color, we still can't change them because they are stock. But if we change to stock and then just scroll through, I wonder, so that is the regular stock. You can see they're gray, and then if we go back, it does make them black. But I'll have to mess around and see what like colors are best, and if you guys have or do that, then let me know in the comments. But that is really cool. So those are some things that you should know about the Nero and the Nero Custom. How to get no spoiler and customized rims on the Nero Custom. How or why you may not want to upgrade to the Nero Custom because of the regular Nero's retractable spoiler. And then last but not least, one thing that I have not mentioned yet, if you're curious about performance, the only thing different in the game files, like in the code for these two cars, this car right here, the Nero Custom, has a slightly better engine power stat. Everything else is the exact same. So if you're looking for custom, or if you're looking for performance, there's not that much of a difference. That little smidge of a difference is not going to help you in racing. So it really comes down to if you want the customization or if you want the regular car, or you know how much money you got, because you're going to have to spend a little bit more to get all this customization. But that is it with the video. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this helped you out. If you have, or if you come up with any really cool customization, like paint jobs or ways you customize this car, tweet them to me, because I'm going to be doing a video later on the best customization and the best paint jobs for this vehicle. And if you want to be featured in that, you can tweet me a picture. But thank you all, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.